quatro paredes, eu vou acabar contigo. Oi.
And then she was like,
It's they.
What?
Just they.
That. Oh yeah, sorry. I got it wrong. What? I'm literally fine. It's just like, I'm not gonna lie, like you came across as like a little bit aggressive then. Like when you like corrected me, like it was a little bit aggressive. Like I don't think you appreciate that I'm trying. Like it's like really hard for me to like, you know, like remember that sort of stuff. Like I'm sorry that I got it wrong, but you like don't need to be rude about it. No, because that's not the thing though. Like it's like actually hard. And like, I just don't think you appreciate how much I'm trying. Because I really am, but it's just like I'm not going to get it right most of the time because I'm used to being like, she, her, you know? No, I'm being honest. Like when I'm talking about her, them, I literally just said them. Like I know what I'm talking about. And she's like, I don't think you're like, I need support through this process too. It's like really hard for me. How do you think I feel? How do you think I feel when I'm like in a conversation and I'm referring to you and I say she, her, and then you come over and you're like, oh, they. It's so embarrassing. Because, like, you didn't even need to do that. Like, I don't understand. It's just like, you need to give me time. You need to give me time. Yeah, it's been a year, but that's, like, not even that long. Like, that's literally, like, that's, like, almost, like, 2 days. Like, it doesn't even count. Like, I'm sorry. But, like, I'm gonna stuff up. I did not stuff up that much. Okay. Maybe I did. Maybe I had been, like, using Gina, like, the whole week. But, like, you could approach me after school, not in the middle of it, and embarrass me. Because it's just, like, honestly, like, you're not a great friend if you did that. Sorry, but, like, you're not a great friend.
The best part about being trans and passing is like catching a woke motherfucker like slip up and they don't even realize it. Like if you're looking at me and like you're seeing a cis dude, like I look young, like I look little, like I look like a little 12-year-old, you know what I mean? Especially when I like first started passing, like I looked crazy young. But like if some like woke gay person like knew that I was trans, they wouldn't be like, oh my god, you look so fucking young. It's like, why the fuck would you say that? Like one time, like this was like when I first started passing, like I really started passing for the first time in my life. I was at this thing where it was like totally on like a woke gay vibe. Like the vibe was like, what are your pronouns? You know what I mean? Like they're on the fucking vibe. But to them, I'm just like a cis person. So like this girl literally like looks at me and like laughs at me and then like whispers to someone like, oh my god, like what is he like fucking like 13? I'm like, oh, let me check your Instagram. I'm sure there would be a fucking blue and pink transgender ass infographic on there. Wouldn't there be? Fucking wouldn't there be? And I knew in that moment if I was just like, hey, like I'm transgender, by the way, she probably would have like shit her fucking pants and left. This was a girl that would say, don't assume people's genders. What did you just do? What did you just do?
If you're a trans girl who's trying to lose weight or dieting or any of that stuff, here's something you might not know. If you're on HRT and you have cis female estrogen levels, then you might have a little belly pouch. It's completely normal and pretty much all women have one. If your body is estrogen dominated, then it will create this little belly pouch to protect what should be your uterus. Obviously, if you're trans, you don't have one, but your body doesn't really know that. Doesn't know and doesn't care, so no matter how hard you try and lose weight or exercise, you'll have a tiny little pouch right here to protect your body. The only way to get rid of it is to do really intense exercise that is quite dangerous, you know, or diet in a dangerous way, so stop stressing. It's cute.
Say that we're on the fucking green by Julio.
If I call them, you talk to them.
Yeah. Why did you not call them when she said?
I don't know where we are.
Now you see this on the front. You're cunt. How does it feel to lose?
Why the hell does Zombie Punk still have a platform? This guy is renowned for being a dodgy dude. I don't know a single punk, metalhead, or alternative person who feels safe around this man. He has had multiple allegations of predatory behaviour, including towards minors. Now you may be wondering what the original context for the video clip I showed you at the beginning was. Luckily, I was actually able to talk to the woman involved and find out. She walked past him and called him a nonce due to his previous behaviour towards her fiancé when they were a minor. He then proceeded to follow them to the grassy area you see in the video, throw them to the ground, take their jacket off of them, refused to give it back, and destroyed it as you saw on video. And apparently as well, during all of this, he was using transphobic rhetoric because she is a trans woman. And the thing is, maybe you shouldn't be calling him a nonce, maybe you shouldn't walk past someone and call them names, but like, this guy is double her size. Punk culture has always been a bit seedy, it's kind of part of the territory. But it is now 2023 and punk should be intersectional. So seeing zombie punk getting so much recognition in the media is kind of disappointing, because it isn't a secret that in UK alternative spaces, this guy is very much not welcome. Stop boosting the egos of problematic people.
You can be the most famous trans man in the country, nay, one of the most famous trans men in the world, and CBC Radio will still use she, her pronouns for you. That was really humiliating, whoever just did that on Here and Now, and I hope you're embarrassed.
Oh, you look so cute sitting there doing absolutely fucking nothing, bitch!
If only I could tell my past self that I am just a man. I did the whole trialing thing with all the different pronouns, and he, him is the one for me.
'Cause I'm just kidding. Anywhere else I'd be a 10. Is it my destiny?
Coming, it's all prophecy, and if I gotta be sacrificed for the greater good, then that's what it gotta be.
The fact blackface is such a still common thing in the cosplay community blows my mind. But the irony in cosplaying a punk black man in blackface, please, just like the cherry on top. What? Listen, I'm not trying to get banned, but not to mention you not recognizing how you were wrong, disabling comments only for people that support you, liking them and taking in their compliments, but not one person that looks like me and the person who cosplaying as approved of that. So do better, be better. Yeah.
This is a beach vacuum. Yes, a beach vacuum that sucks up microplastics and returns the sand to the beach. It was invented by the team at Hula One in Canada. They have a large version, a micro version, and even a backpack version of the vacuum. So how does it work? Plastic and sand is sucked up and the mixture is separated by buoyancy within the machine. So plastic floats to the surface and the sand sinks and returns to the beach, allowing them to extract just the plastic. It can work on any type of soil and on rugged terrain too. Of the floating plastic that enters the ocean, studies estimate that 97% of it is redirected to shorelines and beaches, so solutions like this are really important to help restore coastal environments. Does an area near you need a quick vacuum? Let me know in the comments and share this video if you love the idea.
We need to talk about white supremacy and the way that it has really disenfranchised. No. Why divide us? Why divide us? We should fight patriarchy together because patriarchy affects us all. Patriarchy is the real. Shoo! Whoa there, little lady. Why divide us? When classism is really the problem. We need to talk about the oppression of. Oh, my guy. Why would you divide us like that? It's not about class. We're all Americans. We should stand united in this beautiful country. Doesn't that feel better? Cool. Problem solved.
I'm exhausted by the whole affirmative action thing, which is reverse racism. All they have to do is check a box that says European American and they get into whatever school they apply to, no matter what their test scores are. And respectfully, I went to the same college as my mom, my grandma, my aunt, and my sister, and I got in with no problems. I just worked hard and I wasn't a victim. My college was 6% European American. Like, they were just stealing spots. Affirmative action is the opposite of what JFK would have wanted when he said, ask us what you should be doing for the country. And that is, don't steal college spots.
What's he gonna build this time? Elon Musk is a genius. That's why he's rebranding Twitter to X.com, not to be confused with an adult entertainment site. He wants X to be the everything app where you do all your social media and also banking? Because that's what everyone on Twitter was demanding. More banking. They were saying this site that crashes all the time and is filled with Nazis, I want to give it my social security number. After all, who cares about 15 years of brand equity? Name changes worked so well for Alphabet, Meta, and Max. And yeah, experts are saying this cost Twitter between $4 and $20 billion. Sorry, I meant X. But don't worry, Elon says that in the future, X could account for half of the world's banking. I'm sure that will happen. Whatever happens, I trust Elon because he's never made a new thing that failed to work and exploded. Don't ride that, that's very dangerous.
This man asked if my hair was real today. I said, bitch, why you questioning black women like that? I swear to God, can you not think that this is realistic? Like, we can grow our hair like this, okay? He asked me, how long have you been growing it? I said, 10 years. He said, I don't believe you. How long is it? 50 inches. Oh, well, it's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Fucking racist.
I do love it when my brain tells me to keep my mouth shut. I'd been tagged in that video no less than 30 times. And I was actually going to make a video response to it, but I was like, you know what? Let me wait a second. Let me wait like a couple days or so. Because something was off. It's because the girl made it sound like a job interview when in reality she was talking to her mom. But given that she made it sound like it was a job interview, there's something that disabled people would never do. And that is they would never bring up an accommodation during the interview process. They would wait. They would wait until they had the employment offer signed where they are under contract. And then they would ask for accommodations. Because as disabled people know, it's a lot easier to deny somebody employment on the basis of disability when you are just verbally asking about accommodations during the interview process. Discrimination is much easier to prove once you have a signed contract and then ask for accommodations over email or in writing. And that's what I couldn't put my finger on when my brain was like, don't respond to this just yet.
I'm very busy.
Well, I'm sure you are.
I don't like your tone.
I'm sure you are.
If you're trying to become a reader, here's the most essential list that you will need for becoming a real reader. And it is the top 10 best places to read. Coming in at last place is reading while tanning. It's just too hot. Number 9 is while getting tattooed. And while this is an essential part of the reading experience, it's a little loud. And if you wear headphones, it's just rude. Number 8 is while being out in public, like at a coffee shop. Sure, you're better than everyone else, but at what cost? 7 is just generally when you're on vacation. You should go on vacation to read. That's what you should do. Now we're into the good category, and number 6 is sitting outside. It's awesome. Number 5 is reading by lamplight. I prefer like 5 a.m., but 10 p.m., that's also okay. Number 4 is listening to an audiobook while laying on the couch and not being on your phone or doing anything at all. Number 3 is an audiobook while out for a walk in the woods, and it's not mandatory that you have coffee, but it's suggested. Number 2 is reading on the couch with natural sunlight. And the best place you can read is absolutely a hammock.
This movie is not just a piece of shit. This movie is a flaming piece of dog shit piled atop.
Benny boy, I don't think you're in a position to be criticizing other people's movies. Nobody's gonna forget about this Die Hard meets school shooting movie that you made that critics universally fucking hated. And then you begged your army of 13-year-olds to fucking bomb review sites with thousands of positive reviews. Dude, I love Ben Shapiro. He's so funny.